The Chinese Cultural Revolution, spanning from 1966 to 1976, was a period of radical socio-political upheaval in the People's Republic of China. Initiated by Chairman Mao Zedong, the Cultural Revolution was an attempt to reassert his authority and regain control over the Chinese Communist Party. However, this tumultuous decade inflicted immense suffering on the Chinese people, perpetuating cruel customs that scarred the nation for years to come. During the Cultural Revolution, Mao sought to eradicate what he perceived as bourgeois elements within Chinese society. Intellectuals, artists, and academics were particularly targeted as their ideas and influence threatened Mao's absolute power. The Red Guards, composed mainly of young students and workers, were encouraged to engage in acts of violence and public humiliation against the so-called class enemies. Countless individuals were subjected to cruel punishments, ranging from physical beatings to public denunciations and forced labor. As the Cultural Revolution progressed, the proliferation of cruel customs became increasingly pervasive. One of the most barbaric practices was the struggle session, in which individuals were publicly accused, denounced, and humiliated for their alleged counter-revolutionary activities. People were coerced into confessing to crimes they hadn't committed, sometimes under extreme physical and psychological torture. These sessions often took place in stadiums or public squares, where the accused were subjected to scorn, mockery, and violence. In addition to struggle sessions, another cruel custom during the Cultural Revolution was the destruction of historical artifacts, temples, and cultural heritage sites. Mao's ideology aimed to wipe out old ideas and traditions, and as a result, countless relics from China's rich history were lost forever. Valuable ancient texts were burned, architectural masterpieces were demolished, and traditional customs and rituals were suppressed or forgotten. This cultural annihilation not only erased tangible historical treasures, but also inflicted a profound sense of loss upon the Chinese people. Another dark aspect of the Cultural Revolution was the forcible displacement and separation of families. Mao encouraged young people to leave their homes and embrace a nomadic lifestyle, believing that it would strengthen their loyalty to the Communist Party. Countless families were torn apart as sons and daughters were sent to rural areas to engage in hard labor, often deprived of contact with their loved ones for years. This separation inflicted immense emotional pain and left lasting scars on the Chinese society. The Cultural Revolution also witnessed the rise of self-criticism and public shaming. Students, workers, and even party officials were required to engage in self-criticism sessions, confessing their perceived faults and ideological shortcomings. These sessions turned individuals against each other, fostering an atmosphere of paranoia and distrust. People constantly lived under the fear of being denounced or falsely accused, further perpetuating an environment of cruelty and oppression. Towards the end of the Cultural Revolution, as Mao's health deteriorated and political dynamics shifted, the intensity of the cruelty began to wane. However, the scars of this bleak period remain etched in Chinese history. The Cultural Revolution left a profound impact on Chinese society, with devastating consequences for countless individuals. It serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked power, radical ideologies, and the enduring legacy of cruel customs.